and today I have another Daiso makeup video for you. If you have not seen my first one, I will link it down below, but a lot of you guys seem to enjoy it, and I actually ended up finding some products that worked out pretty well in the end. So when I came across a Daiso when I was in Japan, I ended up buying a ton of stuff just to try out, and I did notice there were a lot of products that I saw in the Daiso in Japan that I've never seen in the Daisos here in the US before, but it has been several months since I've been to Japan. I think I went around October. So some of these products may have made their way over here to the US. I'm not sure, but the last time I checked the Daiso here in Dallas, I didn't see a lot of these products. I also know that a lot of different Daisos carry different things, so you never know, but I'm just going to go ahead and go through everything that I picked up. I'm going to start with foundation. I did find a liquid foundation. It's from the brand Everbelena or Evelbelena, and it's in the shade A or light, and I don't believe I saw any other shades in this. So hopefully this is the right shade for me. And actually before I apply that, I found a beauty sponge from Daiso. It's called the Foundation Puff. And I do remember somebody commenting my other video and saying that they saw a little blender at Daiso. So I think this is the one. And I'm going to go ahead and wet this. It seems kind of firm. It's squishy, but it's not as soft as a beauty blender. Okay, I just ran it under some water and it still feels pretty firm, so I don't think wetting it really did anything to it. I'm gonna squeeze it on the back of my hand here. The shade actually doesn't look too bad. It feels like a thicker consistency, so I'm just gonna go ahead and dot it on my face first. The other foundation that I tried from Daiso had a really strong perfume scent to it, so I'm glad this one doesn't smell like anything. I'm just gonna bounce it on my skin. Yeah, it feels pretty firm. I think the sponge is actually just soaking up all of the foundation, so I might have to just use my hands to blend it. Okay, so the foundation is pretty much blended out. It's a very light coverage foundation, but it actually doesn't feel too bad. It's not sticky on my skin or anything, and it looks pretty natural. I'm gonna go ahead and put some more on just to see how the coverage looks built up. I feel like I'm just hitting myself in the face with like a rubber ball. What I'm noticing up close now is that the foundation is getting really patchy. I think it's because of me layering it up. I'm gonna try with my fingers because the sponge is kind of making the product go on really patchy. It starts to get really, can you guys see it just like wants to sit on top of my face? Yeah, this foundation is not gonna blend. As you can see, it's just kind of sticking on top of my face and getting super patchy. And now that it's kind of set on my face, when I touch it, it just balls up and just like disappears. And it's a good thing I actually found a concealer because I could probably really use it. And it's also in the shade light, so we'll see how that works. I'm gonna blend it out with my fingers just because it's easier. Okay, so apparently once it dries, it just is like super sticky. So I probably should have waited to apply this side, but like it's really hard to blend this one out. But it did cover up those dark circles and it's like brightened up this whole area of my face. It's like really bright. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my brows now because I feel really strange. And I found this brow powder. It's in the shade Deep Brown. And it does come with a little brow brush tool, so I'm gonna pick up some of this dark brown here. Okay, this is actually not bad. I'm liking this shade so far. Okay, I don't know if I can get them to look very even, but this is good enough. I found this powder foundation, and I'm gonna use this as a setting powder on my face. It's from the brand Cosme. And along with that, I'm going to be using one of the makeup brushes that I found. It's a large powder brush, and some of you were telling me you have seen these at the Daisos here in the US. So I was really excited to find this, and it's actually really soft. It's very fluffy too. I'm just going to swirl it into the powder here and kind of just dust it all over my face. Then for eyeshadow, I found this little glitter eyeshadow palette. They didn't have a whole lot of options. They only had this one and one other one. Whereas over here, I think I found like 20 different eyeshadow palettes in every shade of the rainbow that you can imagine. So I went with this like neutral brown eyeshadow palette. And it looks like it's very glittery, but we'll see how it applies. It comes with a little sponge applicator, but I also did pick up a small eyeshadow brush. I'm just gonna pick up this nude shade and put it all over my lid. And then I'm gonna use the brown shade The eyeshadow brush is actually very soft and it's nice, but I think with these eyeshadows, I'm gonna just have to use my finger to help apply them a little better. Or maybe I'll use the sponge applicator. It actually works a lot better with the sponge applicator. And then I'm gonna pick up this like purpley brown shade. To highlight, I'm just gonna use this pink shade. Okay, not bad, but it's a little powdery, so it's kind of hard to work with the eyeshadows, but I think I did okay. I think I'm actually going to try to use some of the brow powder shades as eyeshadow because they are matte. So I'm going to pick up this dark brown one here. I'm going to take this light brown and just run it across my lower lash line. And for the inner corners, I'm just taking this light pink again. Just going to add a little bit. Okay, moving on to eyeliner. I found so many different eyeliners. I have a velvet eyeliner here in black. I also found this super cute gel eyeliner in black. And then I have a regular pencil liner. I think I'll try the gel liner on one and then the liquid liner on the other and the pencil liner for my lower lash line. All right guys, here goes nothing. Ooh, that's actually very nice and black. Okay, the gel liner actually goes on really nice and smooth. The question now is how it's going to set. Hopefully it stays in place all day. And then we're gonna try this liquid liner on the other side. Whoa. Okay, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh my god, that is really nice actually. Does this have glitter in it or am I crazy? Okay, yeah, this is actually a like metallic black liquid liner. So it's got like silver sparkles in it. You can't really see it from afar, but I will say I think this works really well. It's actually very, very pigmented. It went on really nicely and I liked the brush on it. It's super pointed so you can get that sharp wing. On the gel liner side, the gel is still wet. If I touch it, the product is still rubbing off. So that kind of scares me. I'm gonna give it a moment and in the meantime, we will try the pencil liner. Why does it look like it's white? I don't get it. Huh? Okay, just kidding. It is coming off black, but it's very, very dry. Like I'm scraping this on the back of my hand. Okay, we're just gonna try it. Oh god, this is not good feeling. I think that's all the torture that my eye can handle. Let's try the other side. Barely anything is coming off. Okay, so let's move on to the face for now. I did find a contour palette. This is made for the nose. It says nose shadow, kind of like eyeshadow, but for your nose. But I'm gonna use this on my face as a contour shade because I think this might work. And for this, I also found a blush brush. It's just a nice little angled brush, which I thought would be great for contouring. Very orangey looking, but we'll make it work. I had high hopes. It's not terrible though, you can definitely see the contour on my face. It's just the wrong color. So let's go back to the brow powder. I'm just gonna take the medium shade. Maybe I'll just mix the two end shades because it's the lightest browns. Definitely more cooler tone than the other powder. Seriously, if you're ever in a pinch and you can't find a contour shade, just use brow powder. Then for blush, I found this little multi-cheek blush in the shade Orange. It looks to be kind of like a shimmery peach blush, which I swear I have a blush from MAC that looks just like this. So it's right up my alley. Okay, I like that. I like this. So the gel liner did eventually set and it's not coming off anymore, but I am going to add that metallic black liner on this side. And if you're wondering if the liners are waterproof or long lasting, not really. I wanted to add highlight, but I do not have any highlighting products. So I'm going to go into that shimmery eyeshadow and I'm gonna take the lightest shades up here and go over the tops of my cheeks with that. So the only things that I couldn't find at Daiso in Japan were lip products and mascara. I'm not sure why. It might not be like a popular product for them. So I'm gonna skip lips and mascara, but I am going to be using Falsies because they had so many different styles of Falsies. They had rows and rows of these. I picked up two. A lot of them were in a more natural and subtle style. I'm gonna use these pink ones today, which are in the style number B1. And the other thing that they had that we do not have over here at Daiso that I know of is lash glue. I tried to find something to use as lash glue in my last video and I couldn't find anything except for like eyelid glue, but this is actually made for falsies, so I'm really excited that they actually had this. So I'm just gonna pop these falsies on really quick. I'm gonna put on some chapstick while I wait for my glue to get tacky. Ooh, this glue dries fast. I'm gonna have to apply a little bit more. Okay, lashes are on. It feels really weird not to have mascara on my lower lashes, so I'm gonna just rub some of this liquid liner on my lashes just to make them darker. And I think we are done. So this is the completed look using all Daiso beauty products. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a lot happier with this outcome compared to my other one. And I think it could be because I did have brushes to use this time around, but these brushes are probably one of my favorite products that I did try. Honestly, I'm happy with a lot of the products because they really surprised me. The liquid liner for sure. I didn't know that this was like a sparkly metallic liner, but I think it looks really pretty on and it applies really well. The lash glue saves my life because it's really hard to find an alternative to use as a lash adhesive that's safe to use. So this actually does work and the lashes are staying on really nicely and it dries fast. The brow powder was definitely another good one because I did get to use it on my face as a contour. I used it on my eyes as an eyeshadow and of course for the eyebrows. The blush, honestly, I will probably keep using this a lot afterwards because it's such a pretty peach shade. And I thought this was very shimmery at first, but it's actually more of a satiny finish. And the gel liner, aside from the super cute packaging, this does go on really nice and creamy. It does take a little bit of time to set, but I think this is actually pretty decent, especially for the really low price point. But just keep in mind that the eyeliners aren't super long lasting. Overall, I am super impressed with a lot of these products, and I hope that a lot of them will make their way over here to the US. And I hope you guys enjoyed this Daiso get ready with me and makeup first impression video. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys have tried any of these products out or if you have seen some of these at your local Daisos. And please do comment, like, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to check out my links for my Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat if you want to see more of me, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!